I know that you also went through rejection, so maybe that's why you click on this video. I'm not trying to be brainy one, but it's given all of us meets rejection, as long as we are here in the face of the earth living. Rejections are a fact of life, and they're something we all encounter. But Stoic philosophy can help you handle rejections without letting them upset you. Let's go through 3 Stoic lessons that will show you how to deal with rejection more effectively. You see, rejections can be tough. They can make us react poorly or even fill us with fear. But with the wisdom of Stoic philosophers, you'll learn how to face rejections with strength. So, let's dive into these valuable teachings. Number 1. The people's mind around you. You know, the Stoics had this fascinating idea. They believed that every thought we have about something is basically just an opinion. The truth is, things themselves don't carry any inherent value. They're neither good nor bad. The only thing that truly matters is our own mind or soul. Now, the interesting part is that even though things are essentially valueless, we humans tend to assign values to them. And guess what? Others do the same. So when you find yourself disagreeing with someone and trying to force your opinion on them, you're essentially attempting to control their mind. It's like you want them to think exactly as you do. We all have this innate desire to be acknowledged and fit into what's considered the general mind. But when you face rejection or disagreement, your mind can start to feel isolated. It shrinks away from the connection with others. The key here is to find a balance, a middle path, where your well-being isn't dependent on seeking approval. You don't want to be overly reliant on others for your happiness. However, you also don't want to feel isolated when rejected. This balance, this sweet spot, is something that people with a mature mindset can achieve. Your mind should be independent, not hanging on the opinions of others. Focus on your own values, assess your worth, and evaluate your efforts. Remember that how you perceive rejections depends on other people's thoughts, which you can't control, and your own emotions, which you can. Imagine life as a grand canvas, and you hold the brush. The Stoics had a profound idea that every thought, every judgment you make, is essentially just an opinion. You see, things themselves, the events that unfold, they don't come with tags like good or bad. The only thing that truly holds weight is your own mind and soul. Now, here's where it gets interesting. We humans, in our desire to make sense of the world, tend to ascribe values to these things. When you find yourself in a heated disagreement, when you're trying to sway someone to your point of view, you're essentially trying to control their mind, like a puppeteer pulling the strings. As Seneca wisely put it, a good person dyes events with his own color, and turns whatever happens to his own benefit. So, strive to paint your own picture, regardless of the colors others may choose. Number 2. The rejection in you. Picture rejection as a label that we often slap on life's events based on our own judgments. It's not a universal truth. It's a perception we create. Epictetus, one of those wise Stoics, had this beautiful way of putting it. So-and-so was carted off to prison. What happened? He was carted off to prison. But if we now add to this, he has had bad luck, then each of us is adding this observation on his own account. In simpler terms, when we say rejected, we're merely putting a sticker on a situation, one that's deeply colored by our personal views. You might feel rejected when that job offer slips through your fingers, or when someone turns down a date. And here's the intriguing part. There's no universal yardstick for this thing called rejection. Rejection is in the eye of the beholder. It's how you describe it. And let me tell you, there are countless ways to look at it. So, what happens when you peel off that rejection label? You're left with a clearer view of yourself and your intrinsic worth. In essence, don't allow these judgments to define your value. Focus on what truly counts, your inherent values, and you'll unlock a whole new perspective on life's twists and turns. You're not defined by rejections. You're defined by how you rise above them. So keep marching forward with your head held high. Your worth is a masterpiece, and rejections are just tiny brushstrokes on your magnificent canvas. Embrace the art of living. Rejection is all about how we describe it. There could be countless reasons why someone or something is considered rejected. But when you peel off that label of rejection, you're left with something interesting, a clear view of yourself and your inherent values. In other words, don't let these judgments of rejection define your worth. Focus on what truly matters. Number 3, reject the rejection. Now we've come to this part. Let's talk about something important. especially if you're someone who tends to get stressed because of what others think. It's about rediscovering your self-worth. Now, I know that receiving positive feedback and praise from others is fantastic. But here's the twist. Sometimes, those with lower self-esteem can misinterpret even the most positive comments as a form of rejection. It's like their self-doubt distorts the good stuff. Building a strong sense of self takes time. It's like constructing your character piece by piece. But remember, rejection, or what you perceive as rejection, isn't the end of the road. There will be countless more opportunities for success waiting for you. So be persistent and never forget your worth. It's the foundation on which you can stand tall, no matter what comes your way. Now, let's delve into something truly vital. Here's the secret. Your self-worth shouldn't be at the mercy of others' opinions. It's time to make self-reflection a daily practice. Those moments of introspection will serve as gentle reminders of your true worth. Think of it as nurturing the roots of a strong. Key here is to be in tune with your own self-worth. You shouldn't rely on others to validate your value. It's essential to practice self-reflection regularly to remind yourself of your worth. Keep reminding yourself of your worth and embrace each new day as a chance to showcase your incredible value to the world. You've got this. That's it, my friend. Consider subscribing to our channel for Stoic and self-improvement content.